Fantastic. How's it, John?
I'm fantastic, Jacques. Thank you very much, man. Guys, this is Johan and Jacques. We are the founders of Support Your Local Business. And our goal with Support Your Local Business is actually to grow local businesses and help them to be successful. With today's video, our goal is to actually help you to create a professional social media channel. We are going to look at our own channel specifically, which is going to be Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So if you like what you see, subscribe, like, and hit that bell. Jacques, over to you, my friend.
Awesome. Thanks so much. That was a nice introduction. It's almost like you planned it and rehearsed it a little. I like it. I like it. Beautiful. Okay, so if you haven't seen where we are at the moment, go and have a look at some of the previous videos we did. We ran through a bunch of social profiles. There's about, I think there's more than 20 that you can be active on, from Twitter to YouTube to Vimeo to, yeah, there's too many to mention. We identified that we're doing LinkedIn, YouTube and Facebook. And that's kind of where we are today. And we're going to run through what we need and, yeah, how we're going to set this up. So without wasting any time, personal profile versus business page. What's the difference between the two? Can't I just run it from my business from my personal profile? This is one of the questions that I get from people starting out, especially on Facebook. And yeah, you always die a little bit, just because you can see their point. You can see why, if you don't know what Facebook is, or you know a little bit about Facebook, especially if you started with Facebook a long time ago, you kind of think that your personal profile is synonymous with a business page. Why would you want to have two separate entities? Because if you're on Facebook, you're on Facebook, right? It's binary. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Your personal profile is everything about you. You can set your personal profile so that your friends are the only people that can see it. It's not meant to be something that's open to the public. It's meant to be something for you and your friends, for you personally. Whereas your business page, even if you're a public figure and you want to be seen as kind of a public figure, you can create a business page as a public figure. There's a couple of different stuff that you can do. You can do a brand, a public figure, a company. There's literally a list as long as my arm, with different types of businesses. Because what Facebook is really fantastic with is they give you different resources. For instance, with your personal profile, you won't be able to add a location. You won't have a little map on it. So if you're thinking that maybe you have a business profile, and just go and have a look. If you have a map, it's a business profile. If you don't, you're using your personal profile. And yeah, it's very easy. We're going to take you through. There's 2 or 3 resources. We have the links in the presentation, but we'll also drop that in the show notes. So you can create your own business profile and you can do it the right way. Yuan, is there something you wanted to add?
Jacques, I think I just want to reiterate. Now, we've been talking about this right from the start, our first video. It's about making yourself look professional. You know, it's about presenting your business as professional. And you cannot show your, garden or your fishing trip and then in the same page show your business. You know, nobody will take you serious. So whatever you do, think about being professional. That's what we're trying to do. Even with, the goal of today is we'll get, and Jacques put the links into the PowerPoint presentation. But every one of those things, if you do it right and you take time, your profile is going to look professional. And, there's an old saying, it says you treat it like a hobby, it pays like a hobby. You treat it like a business, it will pay like a business. So it's your choice to decide you want to treat this as your business. And guess what? It's an extension of your business's website. These things are extension. And as we spoke about last week, is, it's that digital sense. So you want the look and feel that flows from your website to your social media pages. If you don't have a website, guess what? These are the only things that people can actually look at. So even more so, you need to keep it professional. It needs to look like a business. It does not, it should never, ever look like it's it's something that you put together on the back end of a cigarette box, and it's about showcasing your business, and we'll keep on hammering that throughout our video series. We're digital marketers, and we focus on that. I don't want to talk too much. We're taking time on, so go for it, Jock.
No, you're 100% right. Even if you're running your business from home, it doesn't have to look like a hobby. Like, even if you run it from your home, it needs to look professional, because let's be honest, like, even Amazon started in someone's garage, but
Yep.
it looked like a business and it functioned like a business. But yeah, let's not digress. So a business page. The reason why you want the business page is everything we just said, and it also adds to that. So this is looking a little bit more towards LinkedIn. LinkedIn actually has showcase business pages, where you can showcase your company culture, because what we're moving into, the younger generation specifically, it's a culture where if you employ someone, as much as you're looking for someone and as much as you're scrutinizing who you're employing, the guy that you're employing, obviously in South Africa, it's a little bit skewed because there's huge unemployment and most people are just happy to have a job. But usually your A players, your guys that get headhunted, and the guys that know what they're doing, they'll go and look at your company and see whether they can fit in with your company, and they'll make a decision on that. Even if your salary is a little bit less, you can win them over by showing that your company culture is a certain way. And if you don't have a business page and you don't have stuff showcasing what your culture is all about, you don't have that boiled down. Today you're very serious, tomorrow you're all about animals, the next day I don't know, I don't want to say random stuff, but if you don't have a specific, this is who I am, this is what we're about, you're going to lose out on that. But that's what your business page is for. And then also, one of the great things is you can add admins to a business page, and you can't do that to a personal profile. So it makes sense. Like, your personal profile, think about it as you. One day when we get to the metaverse, that's going to be your client avatar. You are going to have your personal profile walking around inside the metaverse. So you can't give someone other than yourself access to walk around as you. But with your business page, you can say, this is my business page, but the girl that, I don't know, gets the coffee, or the social media manager that we're employed, or something like that, they can have access, and they can, once again, it's really sophisticated. Like, you can say they have editorial access, or they can just comment, or they can't see your accounting details, or you can get very granular on the permissions that you give them. But you can have someone else manage a business profile, not your personal profile. And then the last thing is groups. So essentially, what you have, and this is once again a little bit more back to Facebook, you have personal profiles, business pages, where we just spoke about at length, and then we have groups. So groups, typically, it's more for community. So if you're a local business and you have a movement like support your local business, we're going to have a group. It's part of our plan. It's not part of our initial plan, but it's because it's a community where we're going to have two-way interaction. We want to hear what people are excited about, and we want to let that guide us with our business outcomes. If your business doesn't really do that, you don't really need a group. We're going to have community managers, and that's part of the whole thing. We're going to build a membership site that's going to be beautiful. If that doesn't suit your business, then don't worry about groups. You don't need it. Yeah, be as lean as possible. Do what drives the business forward, and don't get stuck in shiny object syndrome. Johan, anything you'd like to add?
That's it, Jock. I think let's move along. And I mean, I'm excited to show the guys what we want to do for, the strategy in and around what we specifically going to do for support your local business. Do you want me to run this, or do you want
Yeah,
to
go
take
for it.
this?
Go for it.
Guys, I'm going to be very, very quick in a nutshell. So the reason we want to be on Facebook is everybody's on Facebook. There's tons of businesses there. They understand it, and it's a very easy entry. So what we're going to do initially, we're going to create the business page that will target local businesses. And this is all part of the strategy. Secondly, down the line, 2 months, we're going to create another business page that will target only the public. So it's public facing, and it's only, going to be introduced after the local businesses, when we already kicked off that movement and getting businesses involved with support your local business. And then lastly, or thirdly, down the line, we want to look at launching that Facebook group. And as Jock, rightly pointed out, it's about a much closer community, guys talking, and there will definitely be some sort of barrier to entry. You can't just join the group. You have to, be part of the select people, and there's a strategy behind that as well. So, it's not just going to be a group. And the beauty with Facebook is you can actually select these groups. Is it a closed group? Is it a public group? So you can actually select which one you want. So a closed group is, we have to invite you to join. Otherwise, you can't join. Whereas if it's a public group, anybody can join. And you can even control, and this is the beauty with all these, is you can control who moderates, who can actually post content, etc. So I don't want to spend too much time, but the whole idea behind this is we'll show you in one of the next videos, probably in another 2 weeks or 3 weeks time, when we got our ducks in a row, to actually get to show you what we've done with those 3 social media channels. Okay, so LinkedIn. Why LinkedIn? Well, it's business to business audiences, so we want to focus on that, and that is what literally it gives us the best reach to reach local businesses. So LinkedIn is definitely one of the places you want to be. We're going to create a company page there as well. Do not confuse a company page with your profile page, your professional profile page. It's 2 different things completely. Once again, you can link yourself, but it's not the same thing. And then YouTube, as we pointed out last week, we're going to be on YouTube for the simple reason that's where our content's going to be living. So, our videos will be posted there. Our videos will obviously be posted on our website as well, but that is where our content's going to live. So, Jacques, listen, I think we probably need to wrap up. We're going to try our best to be under 20 minutes, from now on. So, Jacques, we're not going to go into detail, but we provide you with the links. Jacques, you take it away.
100%. Yeah. So what I did here was I provided links for you. And if we go out of this and we open this, you'll see that Facebook's done a couple of great articles that you can open up. It shows you exactly where you need to go on the page to open that up. The info that you need. Once again, you'll be able to go through this. It tells you exactly where you need to go with classic pages, with new pages, how you can switch between that. So yeah, this is some of the resources, and then they also give you free tools. Once again, it's a Facebook driven thing. You need to be logged in to access this. But yeah, if you click on it and it says you can't get in, just make sure that you're logged in and try it again. But there it gives you the difference between your posts, your stories, inbox, messenger, groups. It also explains to you events and appointments and insights and all the rest. So basically everything that you need to know, so you can familiarize yourself with everything Facebook related. Moving on to LinkedIn. Sorry,
can I just budge in there? We are not copying out and trying not to show you. The reason why we're giving you these links are simple. Facebook and all these platforms changes so quickly. We done an extensive, how to build a killer LinkedIn page and how to build a killer Facebook page. And we'll probably put that up there for you guys. So you're going to have a look at it. But guys, it changes so quickly that information, now you're going to come back to us and say, but I can't find this button. There's a reason for it, because Facebook changed it, at a drop of a hat. They don't notify you, and that's how simple it is, So what we're trying to do with these links, these are Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube's links. So hopefully they probably be more diligent and keeping their own links up to date than us trying to actually figure out, oh my goodness, one of our people or one of our followers are complaining they can't find the stuff. Now we have to update the stuff. So it makes more sense to do it this way.
Yeah, and it's because it's not our core business, right? The scary thing is also people think of Facebook as being one thing. It's actually 5 different backends. So even though we see the same kind of thing, things work differently for different people at the same time. So yeah, we got a lot of, no, but it looks different. It's old videos. And you're like, no, if I open up my page, this is exactly what it looks like. And it's just because it's different systems. So yeah, go to the platforms. We'll show you how to Google if you need. But yeah, Google is your friend with all of this. Then
I would suggest, whenever you have a problem, whenever you are, stuck, Google is your friend. First go there. Because if you lodge a question to Facebook or one of these guys, you're going to wait a very, very long time. Rather go to Google, and will be a lot faster to address it.
100%. Like, I can't stress. I needed to. I feel a little bit weird for saying this, but yeah, I taught myself how to Google. Like, I use Google. And about 2 years ago, I just Googled all the different things that people Google or how to Google. So yeah, it sounds weird, but if you know how to search for certain things, like you can do site-specific searches, you can do inverted commas, you can do, there's a whole host of stuff. Like you can even use the Google bar as a calculator. There's a whole host of stuff that most people don't know. But if you know how to Google something, the world's your oyster. You just need to know how to ask it. But in any way, okay, so creating your LinkedIn page. There's a wonderful video here on how exactly you need to create your page. Then when you need to complete your profile, this is or your LinkedIn page, sorry. Also your showcase page. For your business. So it tells you exactly all the fields that you need to populate, all the rest of it. It's a great resource. And then if you need to edit your showcase page, this is also a great resource for that. Like I said, all these links will be in the description if you do need them. Then carrying on to YouTube. YouTube's a little bit less helpful with their articles, if we're being 100% honest. It's just because Google was built by super clever people that caters for super clever people, that they assume that you know everything that they do. And you'll find that sometimes the explanations are also a little bit, I'm going to go with floopy. It's very developer, like it's very high level. Like most people, if you're starting out, they don't do beginner level. You need to Google a lot of stuff that they actually say, that because you don't understand what exactly they're saying. So yeah, case in point, like they show you how to create your YouTube channel. They tell you where to go to create it, which is beautiful. And then that's it. They don't explain to you where you need to go to complete your branding. They don't tell you how to change your handles. They don't give you anything like that. Fortunately, you have us, so it's not the end of the world. I'm going to show you how the screen and where you can go to do that. But I did want to include this as well, just the creator tips. So there's video tips, live tips, short tips. If you're starting, if you're thinking of doing any live videos, like we said, you need to be consistent, and there you can find some great tips on how to do that like a professional. So this is what I was talking about. This is under channel customizations. And yes, it's exactly where you wouldn't know where to look for it. You need to go to your settings, and then under settings, you need to go to customization and then branding, which is obviously exactly where you think this would be. Not under just settings and there's your name. No, no, no. You have to go to branding, and then you can change your branding in there. And under your basic info, you can change it so that you have a handle. You'll see support your local business. It's at youtube.com/SYLB for support your local business. So you can add that, you can have that as a handle for mobile notifications and stuff like that. Just type in youtube.com/@SYLB instead of all the characters that we used to need to insert, which, yeah, kind of broke the internet.
Yeah, can I just say something here? I think what we're going to do, and we're going to start working on, we have asked our graphic designer to do some, banners for us that we want to use for the social media pages and channels. So we're not ready yet. So I think when we actually start setting these things up, we'll just do a quick video on that and then show the people, give them a list of the stuff that you can prepare beforehand, and then that will be a lot easier for you just to know, what, I need the following 10 things. And you can do that, get yourself ready for it. So when you actually start with the process, you can actually populate the stuff and get it done quicker instead of having to, oh goodness, I forgot about this. And, oh goodness, and then you get that little bar thing that says your profile is only 10% finished, completed, you need to, and then you get the reminders from these guys that keep on, whenever you log in, your profile is only 10%, you need to get your stuff in, your ducks in a row to get it up. And so what we'll do is we'll do the videos when we actually populate it with our stuff, and we'll give you a list of the things that and then you can actually get yourself ready before you embark on this, and it will work a lot quicker for you instead of actually having to go back and stop, and that stop-start process.
I do want to mention two things. Like, the one is we are using a designer. We do have some resources available to do stuff like that. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. You can do it all yourself. Like there you'll see we don't have a banner in just yet, but it tells you that you need to create something that's 2048 pixels by 1152. So you can still use free tools like Canva. Go and create your own banner. It doesn't need to be super professional, designed by someone. It needs to look like your brand, but you don't necessarily need to have oodles amount of cash and drain that before you start. The biggest thing is to start. Like, case in point, you can see our videos are up already. We don't have a banner. You don't need, don't let that be a barrier to you starting. Done is always better than perfect. So
General Patton said during the Second World War, a good plan implemented today is much better than a great plan tomorrow, and like we said right from the start, get going. 80% is good enough, get going.
Perfect.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Today's our 5th video.
Nice.
Exciting times. We're getting there. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah. And we're getting everything sorted. I love it. I love what's going to happen after number 11, or point 11, which is, it's going to be video number 12, 13, 14, so 15. Video 50 is going to be the launch. It's going to be beautiful.
I love it. Okay, my friend, I think that's pretty much it for today.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So guys, thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. Will you, so if you like what you see, subscribe, like, hit that bell, and tell your friends about it.
Yeah, if there's something that you think we missed and that we need to include, yeah, that's also what the comments are for. We do look at them randomly every now and then. We're pretty constant, like we'll get notifications. Just let us know
If
if
you want
you'd
to
like
ask
to
a
see something.
question, that's it. If you want to ask a question by all means.
Yeah,
I
100%.
think one of the things we want to do is also create, a frequently asked questions section on the website that we are, planning for number 10 there. And, that will cover those kind of questions, frequently asked questions by, our local businesses. And that's it.
Awesome. Fantastic, bud. Cool. I will see you next week.
That's it. It's exciting times, and we're going to work the coming week. We're going to work on our social media channels and get them set up and get those graphics done. And then we'll show you in another 2 weeks' time how those things came out. Okay.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Have a nice one.
Hey,
Be good.
cheers.